Standing at the corner of Calle and Vozandes in Quito. This was the last house where I lived back in the 90s. Further down that way was the first house where I lived, very briefly, in the early 80s when I was still a child. All along the street were friends and classmates of mine. That brick building there is still there. My friend Rob used to live there. But for the most part, the houses in which they lived aren't there anymore. These higher, taller buildings were not here when I lived here. That window over there was the first classroom. Right there, that was the first class that I attended, Mrs. Reich's first grade class at Alliance Academy. And here you see a little bit of the building that used to be HCJB, and that's where my dad worked, my mother. So this is my old stomping grounds. One of the major differences, or let's say one of the differences I first noticed, is now there's a bike lane along these streets, which was really not a thing back in the day when I lived in Quito. Here I am 1 block away, the main entrance. This is HCJB over there. You have Alliance Academy, the school that I went to for 12 years. Here's the hospital, Calle Vozandes, Quito. And here was our neighborhood church, Iglesia Evangélica Quito. Although I didn't really attend this church very much, we went to another one. There's Pichincha, as is so common, it's shrouded in clouds. But yeah, less has changed here. Quite a bit has changed, but not quite as much as on the other street. No bike lane on this street.